this obsession about the trustworthiness of the data and the results on what we ran and where we should invest the next dollar isn't always at the top of the list of priorities for a CMO, right?
And it works. And it works for a few reasons. So, for example, this next gen MMM platforms, why they are so popular? Because imagine you're a CMO, and for some reason you invested like tons of money in some DV360 display YouTube campaigns, and you don't have any data to justify your investment.
Yeah.
And now you need a third party, because at the end of the year, you're going to need to go to the board meeting or to report to CEO, and you're going to need to show like why you've invested millions of dollars into some campaigns that don't show any like attributed revenue. So you buy MMM solution and they justify your numbers. I've heard a lot from my colleagues who work in different e-commerce companies that some MMM providers even provide report and they say, do you like it? If you don't like it, we can make it different. We can choose different options. So decide like, what do you believe is incrementality of your YouTube ads? So we can adjust it. So it's no problem. Yeah,
That's such a good point.
And it works for two reasons. First of all, because in many companies, the rotation of CMOs and head of digital is like almost every year a company might be changing. So that's why you need to survive 1 year and then you go to the next company. Because if you work in a company for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and we have some CMOs from our clients who work for 5 or 10 years, it's not enough to show something on paper. You don't need to show attribution. You don't need to show like effectiveness of your like YouTube or Facebook ads. What you need to show that you grow like 20, 30% year over year. And if you don't show this, you're fired. And it doesn't matter that your reports show like this YouTube campaign brought us so many conversions if you don't grow year over year.
Yeah.
But to grow year over year and to care about it, you need to see long-term, to work in this company, at least for 2, 3, 5 years. But I see so many times that like this constant rotation, so a rotation of CMOs, they just build another report, justify investment, but then they have at least 1 more year if like for some reason company didn't lose money, but then it becomes obvious. That's why I say like so the biggest problem that we try to solve is how to measure that our attribution is accurate. Because no one knows what is accurate. Like there is no such thing as an accurate because you don't have anything to compare it. There is not like gold standard, like you cannot compare it like to something like that is correct. You cannot compare it to real world because you don't know how real world works.
Right.
We have only understanding when clients follow the attribution and they follow the strategies that they grow year over year. So this is the only way. And that's why I take all these case studies that I see in the internet when someone says, oh, actually, we evaluated our TikTok ads and we figured out that like actual ROAS is 5 times more than we expected. And we doubled like our spend on TikTok. And now we've got like, I don't know, 1,500% more revenue from TikTok. My question is, how much did you grow year over year? Because when you measure results of your attribution by your own attribution, it doesn't make any sense.